Well, the U.S. Forest Service has closed parts of the Sierra National Forest in California around the area where a family was tragically found dead last month. We'll talk about it, the story and the developments in this case in this episode. Welcome back to another travel news episode. I'm your host, Robert Witham. I scour the news for stories of interest to travelers and those who love the great outdoors so you don't have to. If you're interested in videos featuring scenery from some of the best places in the U.S. that I encounter in my travels, be sure to check out my other YouTube channel, Meanderings. A link to that is below in the description. Well, the U.S. Forest Service has closed some areas in the Sierra National Forest to public use along the Merced River and its South Fork until September 26th is the plan right now. This closure follows the deaths of a young family and their dog during a hike in the area last month. Involved a man, a woman, a one-year-old child, and their pet dog. After being noticed missing, authorities were able to track them down and found their vehicle, the trailhead, and then found them unfortunately deceased along the trail. The deaths of the family remain a mystery as investigators await toxicology reports, which could take up to 6 weeks. There had been some speculation initially it might have been related to toxic gas coming out of an abandoned mine in the area, but that is ruled out. It has been ruled out now, as has the use of any weapons. So they're kind of waiting on. They've done autopsies and just don't know what caused these deaths, so they're waiting on toxicology reports now. And like I said, that could take up to 6 weeks, so probably could be another month before those are back. As a precaution and to protect the public from unknown hazards in the area, the Sierra National Forest decided to close several recreation sites, roads, and trails along the Merced River and its South Fork until it is deemed safe for public use, according to a statement from the Forest Service. Also, they noted that it is important to note that as of mid-July, forest officials have posted warnings of potentially harmful algal blooms identified in the South Fork of the Merced River. So it is not yet known if these algae blooms played any role in the deaths of the family and their dog, but it is one possibility that investigators are considering. San Francisco Chronicle quotes Leek Penn, assistant recreation officer at the Bass Lake Ranger District, which oversees this area of the Sierra National Forest, is saying, "We are uncertain of the causes of death. We still haven't gotten the results from the case. So as a precaution, let's go ahead and close it because we know the area there, the forest area, because we know there's some form of hazard to the public." The district took 2 weeks to close the trail to figure out the logistics of shuttering such a large area, and when they realized that the answers for their deaths were still far off, according to Penn. The FBI is attempting to access the man's phone, which was found in his pocket, in the hopes of finding any information that may help explain what happened to the family. There was apparently no cell phone coverage in the area where they were found, so unfortunately they would not have been able to call for help and if they were incapacitated. Lab tests are being performed on water samples is from the Merced River, as well as on what is reported to have been a small amount of water in a water bladder backpack that a couple was carrying. And temperatures on the day that the family died on that trail were apparently 109 degrees. So that could all be an issue, the extreme heat, if they were short on water and ended up with some bad water. But that it's just not known yet. Apparently these toxic algae blooms don't usually result. They can sicken people, but they don't usually result in human death. So I just have to wait and see what comes along there. Leek Penn again, because of the heat, there's a chance they may have drank the water or tried to treat the water, but we don't know. It's very mysterious, and we're all just waiting for the results. Meanwhile, the closure order may be lifted early, according to the Forest Service, if conditions change, which I'm assuming means they get some answers. They didn't elaborate on that, but I'm assuming that means if they get some answers about what happened, so that they feel like they're confident there's not some kind of mysterious threat to the public health in that area of the forest. There's also currently a statewide shutdown of all national forest lands due to wildfire conditions and firefighting resource limitations in all of California. So it's a little bit moot that they shut this down, but this will actually, I believe, extend past when the fire shutdown goes. So hopefully they're able to find some answers in this soon, bring some answers at least to the families that are left behind from this. And so tragic story all the way around. Don't forget, travelers, send me links or details for stories you think might be of interest to robert.witham@gmail.com. Thanks to those who've already shared stories and links with me. Now, if you're interested in the traveling lifestyle or becoming a nomad, check out my online course, Nomad Lifestyle 101, for all the information you need to be successful all in one place, along with access to me for any questions or concerns you may have. I'll link to that in the video description as well. Well, thanks for joining me for this travel news episode.